You look at your dog and you see them, but have you ever stopped to wonder what they see when they look back at you? Not what they think, not what they feel, what they literally see, how their eyes and brain process the creature standing in front of them. Because the answer is not what most people expect. And once you understand it, the way your dog looks at you will never feel ordinary again. 1. They recognize your face, and your face alone does something to their brain. When you walk into a room, your dog doesn't just detect your smell or the sound of your footsteps. They see you, and something specific happens in their brain the moment they do. Neuroimaging studies using fMRI have shown that when dogs view the face of their owner, a distinct region of the brain activates, one that does not activate in the same way when they see a stranger's face, another dog's face, or even a familiar object. Your face specifically triggers a response in your dog's brain that nothing else does. What this means is that your dog doesn't just recognize you as a presence. They have encoded your face as something categorically different from everything else in their world. Researchers describe it as a face-selective response, the same type of neural processing humans use to recognize the people they are closest to. Your dog has a dedicated place in their brain for your face. Not for faces in general, for yours. Think about what that means the next time they look up at you. They're not just seeing a human, they're seeing the face that means home. 2. They know you're physically weaker, and they protect you anyway. Your dog can outrun you. They can jump higher, recover faster, and react to stimuli in a fraction of the time it takes you to process what's happening. They know this. Their body knows this every time they slow down to walk beside you on a leash instead of pulling you off your feet. Dogs, particularly working in companion breeds, are acutely aware of the physical limitations of their humans. Studies on dog-human cooperative behavior have found that dogs modulate their own strength and speed in direct response to their owner's capabilities. They hold back, deliberately. But here's what makes this remarkable. In the canine world, physical strength determines social hierarchy. The stronger, faster animal leads. By every instinctive measure your dog has, you should not be the one in front. And yet they choose you anyway. Because dogs don't follow strength. They follow emotional leadership, consistency, calm, the reliability of someone who always comes back. You provide all of that. And in their world, that matters more than speed or muscle ever could. Your dog walks beside you knowing exactly what you can and cannot do. And they have decided it doesn't matter. You are still their person. 3. They see you as their parent, not their owner. This one changes everything. Scientists have studied the attachment bonds between dogs and their owners using the same frameworks used to study infant caregiver attachment in humans. What they found was not a loose social preference. It was something much deeper. Dogs form what researchers call a secure base effect with their owners. In unfamiliar or threatening situations, they seek out their owner's presence the way a small child seeks a parent. When their owner is present, they explore more confidently, tolerate stress better, and recover from fear faster. When their owner leaves, their cortisol levels rise. When they return, those levels drop. This is not a trained behavior. It is not conditioned through treats or commands. It is an attachment bond that your dog formed with you over time, through the simple accumulation of you being there, feeding them, walking them, sitting near them when they were scared, coming back every single time you left. Your dog does not see you as someone who owns them. They see you as the person who makes the world safe enough to exist in, the figure they orient themselves around when everything else is uncertain. That is not a pet-owner relationship. That is a parent-child bond. And your dog formed it with you. If this is shifting how you see your dog, subscribe. Every week I go deeper into the science of what's really happening between you and your dog. You won't want to miss what's coming. 4. They know you're a different species. And they chose you anyway. For a long time, people assumed dogs thought of humans as large, strange-smelling dogs. The science has moved well past that. Dogs are the only non-human animal that has evolved specific neural circuits dedicated to processing interactions with humans. Not adapted circuits, not repurposed ones. New ones developed over thousands of years of co-evolution specifically for understanding us. Dogs read human pointing gestures, human gaze direction, and human facial expressions with an accuracy that no other animal, including our closest primate relatives, consistently demonstrates. They didn't learn this through training. They were born with it. It is written into their biology as a species-level adaptation to living alongside humans. Your dog knows you are not a dog. They have always known. And they built their entire social world around you anyway, not because they had to, not because they were bred to, but because over thousands of years, their species and ours grew toward each other. They chose us as surely as we chose them. When your dog looks at you, they are not seeing a big dog. They are seeing a human, the kind of creature their entire brain was shaped to understand, to read, and to bond with. You are exactly what they were made for. 5. They feel your sadness before you show it. You don't have to cry. You don't have to say a word. You can be sitting perfectly still, holding it all in, and your dog already knows. Dogs read emotional states through multiple channels simultaneously: facial expression, body posture, movement patterns, and crucially, scent. When a person is experiencing sadness, stress, or fear, their body chemistry changes measurably. Cortisol and adrenaline alter the composition of sweat and breath. These changes are subtle enough that most humans won't notice them. To a dog's nose, they are unmistakable. A 2018 study published in Learning and Behavior found that dogs could reliably distinguish between happy and fearful human emotional states using scent alone, with no visual cues whatsoever. They weren't reading your face. They were reading your body at a chemical level. This is why your dog comes to you on your worst days without being called. Why they press against you when you are quiet in a way that is different from your usual quiet. They are not guessing. They are responding to real physiological information that your body is broadcasting whether you intend it to or not. Your dog sees the version of you that you hide from everyone else, and they come toward it every single time. 6. They can detect illness in your body, sometimes before you can. This is where it stops feeling like behavior science and starts feeling like something else entirely. Dogs have been documented in peer-reviewed research, not anecdote, detecting certain cancers, diabetic episodes, epileptic seizures, and bacterial infections through scent, often before any clinical symptoms were present. The mechanism is the same one that allows them to read your emotional state. An extraordinary olfactory system capable of detecting molecular changes in your body at concentrations measured in parts per trillion. In studies on cancer detection, trained dogs achieved sensitivity rates that rivaled or exceeded standard medical screening tests. In diabetic alert research, dogs were able to detect drops in blood glucose through breath and skin odor, giving their owners warnings minutes to hours before the episode became dangerous. Your dog sniffs you every day. What feels like a casual greeting is, in part, a health check. They are reading your body every time they put their nose near you. And in some cases, what they find has saved lives. The creature who comes to greet you at the door every evening is running diagnostics on you that no machine can fully replicate. That is not loyalty. That is something science is still trying to fully understand. 7. They chose you out of everyone. If you live with other people, you already know this. Your dog loves everyone in the house, but they have one person, the one they follow, the one they check on, the one they press against when something is wrong, the one whose face in a room full of faces they find first. Researchers have studied this favoritism extensively. And what they found is that the chosen person is almost never the one who feeds the dog the most, or gives the most treats, or has the most authority in the house. The chosen person is the one who gave the dog the most eye contact, the most quiet time, the most moments of just being present without demanding anything. Your dog chose you based on emotional availability, not resources, not power, not discipline. They looked for the person who really saw them, who sat with them, who let them just exist without needing them to perform. And then they decided, that one, that is my person. Once a dog makes that decision, research suggests they don't unmake it. You are encoded in them, in their sense memory, in their neural pathways, in the way their brain responds to your face. They see you more clearly than almost anyone in your life does. And what they see, they chose, every day, without hesitation. 7 ways your dog sees you. None of them what you expected. All of them more than you realized. Share this with someone who has a dog and deserves to understand what that dog sees when they look at them. Subscribe for a new video every week. And the next time your dog finds your face in a room, know what that means.